Hello, this is my video reflection for my master plan focus during my time in Project Dragonfly. My master plan focus is the impacts of wastewater pollution on both local ecosystems for me, Sarasota, and then global ecosystems I observed in Costa Rica during my second EE. I became inspired to learn about conservation, education, and wastewater pollution during my time in my first course, which was my conservation science and community course that I took in the fall of 2023. And in that course, I had to interview three community members, and one of them being an avian vet. And she told me about the Piney Point oil spill, and I thought it sounded really interesting, and I wanted to learn more since I was not aware this wastewater pollution spill happened, and it was one of the biggest ones that impacted Tampa Bay, which is very close to Sarasota, and she saw the impacts of how wildlife was impacted by this wastewater pollution spill in Sarasota. So I was like, I want to learn more about this, and I realized during my research after she told me about this Piney Point spill that a lot of people in my community do not know what wastewater pollution was. And I felt inspired to let's see if I could change that. So one of the ways I did that is through my BAT project. I created a website, a blog post, and an Instagram page. And through that, I learned more about wastewater pollution. And I became really inspired. I'm like, what more can I do? One of the things I was able to do was be part of a citizen science project through a local conservation group. And then I got the opportunity to go out on a boat and survey seagrass beds and learn more about water quality in Sarasota Bay. And that was so cool to me, and it actually inspired my second inquiry project where I went to a local beach and I learned about water quality at a local beach. And I surveyed two different areas. Before that, I actually went to Costa Rica, and I compared and contrast the impacts of wastewater pollution on a global level on both urban and rural areas in Costa Rica. So I incorporated both in my studies, and I thought that was such a cool experience, and I felt really inspired by my local research as well as my global research. And I actually created a poster, and I actually applied to two different conferences, and one of the conferences my poster was accepted at was the AZA conference, and I felt really proud of myself for getting to that point. And I believe right now I'm working at the new Moat Sea Aquarium, and I believe one of the reasons why I was hired for this position was because of my experience in Project Dragonfly and learning different skills. I'm becoming more aware of local environmental issues, and I'm really proud of myself because I went into this program not knowing anything, and I really feel like I learned and grew throughout my time in Project Dragonfly.